Hello world, welcome back to Agileonthetrail. My host Voices, and today is Wednesday, September the 13th. Just broke camp, came up here, and boom, Popular Ridge, elevation 3120. But you know what? I'm gonna go back above 4K again today. Got a couple peaks the trail goes over, and yeah, that's the plan. Got up a little late because, well, I was warm, I was dry, I was comfortable, and it was raining all night. Still raining now. I am now in 100% wet gear. It sucks putting on wet socks and wet pants and wet shirt and even a wet buff and a wet backpack. Packing away a wet tent. Everything's wet except my sleeping bag and my camp clothes. At least I got that to look forward to when I go to bed. Yeah, so got moving at 8:30, broke camp, started hiking 8:30, and going to go for 14 miles today. Looked at it. Yeah, there's some climbs and there's some descents. And the weather is not going to cooperate again today. Luckily, the new shoes are holding up. Still a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of a break-in. They're holding up. All right, that's it for this morning's Hump Day report. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday, and I'll check in with you later. Welcome to the Green Tunnel of Maine. Doesn't look like it, but I'm hiking uphill. Got done doing a stream crossing where your feet will absolutely get wet. And on the other side was a gentleman who basically maintains the trail. He was just watching us cross the stream, making sure nobody got hurt. Chatted a little bit, gave us the weather report. Not looking good today. If what he says comes true, I'll be not in one, not in two, but in 3 thunderstorms today before nightfall. Oh well, I'm wet as it is. The trail's wet, I'm wet. Why not the atmosphere be wet? He did state that Maine this year has broken multitude of records in regards to precipitation. Typically, according to him, Maine gets about 50 inches of rain a year. This year, at this moment, it's close to 100, which is why everything is muddy and wet. And just a few months ago, large sections of this trail was closed. Now it's open. Yay. Talked to Black Dog a little bit. He and I have been leapfrogging this morning. He runs his own YouTube and Instagram channel as well. More subscribers there. But you know, hey, he has a tripod and does a lot of videos. A lot more editing. Puts a lot more time and effort into it than I do. And that's, you know, good for him. But yeah, he and I were talking about how close to the end we are, what our summit plans are, when we hope to get done. And let's just say there's a reasonable chance he and I, even though we have different strategies, may end up summiting at the same time. It's a chance. I'm not saying it's a likelihood. There's a chance. All right, well, I'm going to turn off the videoing, get back to hiking. The rest of the day is pretty much split between a climb, this is the first stage. This is the easiest stage of the climb. Gets steeper after this. You know, I'm going slightly downhill right now. And then a steep descent, followed by a late day climb up to the campsite that everybody seems to be shooting for, which is on the side of a mountain. I think it's the Bigelows. Oh well, I'll find out here a little later. All right, well, you guys are having a great hump day Wednesday. I will check in with you later. Welcome to Lone Mountain, 3280 feet elevation. I'm heading towards Spalding Mountain Lean-To, which is 2.2 miles. That's not my final destination. Actually, I'm going to go up and over that mountain that the lean-to is up against to go to the next campsite. It's a little bit after the noon. We're supposed to get storms here soon. It's already embanked in cloud and fog. This is pretty much a PUD. There's no view here whatsoever. And I still have yet to see a moose. Bullwinkle, where are you? All right, later. Hey y'all, just checking in here real quick. I just left the Spalding Mountain Lean-To. It was a little over halfway on my journey today. I'm about to have a very steep climb up, not to a peak, but basically a very steep climb up to a Blue Blaze to the peak. I am not taking the Blue Blaze to the peak. I'm simply going to follow the Appalachian Trail to my destination, which is a campsite 6 miles away. This is now what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about hiking your own hike. More specifically, pretty much almost everybody from the shelter I was at last night, and I camped next to it, just did the 8 miles to this shelter that I just left, because they were all there. And they're going to peace out. It's just 2 o'clock in the day, 2 o'clock at the moment today. They're peacing out, meaning they're just going to camp and take it easy for the rest of the day. I am going to push another 6 miles, including this up I'm about to hit, to a campsite, which will make it a 14 plus mile day today. I will also be crossing the 2,000 mile mark today. But in regards to hiking your own hike, that was kind of funny. The 2 girls, 2 women at the lean-to were talking about, well, basically how to take some side trails down to some roads so they can road walk out of here into town, into the hostel, and skip this climb that I am beginning to make. And, you know, people want to road walk the Appalachian Trail or skip certain climbs to make that part of their trail, so be it. I'm here to hike the Appalachian Trail. My intent is to hike every single mile that is white blazed on the 2023 Appalachian Trail. And I'm proud to say, at this time, I have done exactly that. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than them, whether they're better than me. I know several circumstances of other hikers who had to miss a few miles to illness or injury or life event or whatever. I just find myself lucky that so far I have not missed a single white blazed mile. Have I blue blazed? Yeah, but I've always came back to where I stepped off the trail. Have I yellow blazed? No, I have not yellow blazed. I've walked roads, But then again, I've always come back to the trail where I stepped off. It's about hiking your own hike, everybody. You know, if you want to skip, if your hike, you know, allows you to skip certain miles or certain obstacles, then so be it. If your hike is one that, you know, you want to hike every single mile that is white blazed, then so be it. It's everybody's hike. It's a little different. I have slack packed, and some people feel like that is not an appropriate thing to do. I have gone southbound on certain days, and some people feel that is not something they would like to do either. Doesn't make them right, doesn't make me right, doesn't make them wrong, doesn't make me wrong. It's just everybody has a different opinion on how to hike the Appalachian Trail. Personally, you already know my thoughts about hiking the Appalachian Trail. To me, you know, whether you're a no-bow, so-bow, flip-flopper, through hiker, section hiker, if you're wearing a pack, you're not wearing a pack, if you're camping, you're not camping, you know, as long as you're out here hiking, that's all that matters. It's called a through hike. It's called hiking the Appalachian Trail. And, you know, if your hiking involves taking some side trails and making your own routes at times, well, that's your hike. I'm not going to judge you much. It's all good, people. Anyways, I thought it was kind of personally humorous. Those people who were at the lean-to are, you know, they left before me, or they passed me because they're stronger hikers. Well, you know, they chose to have this day to be a little bit more relaxed day. And at the same time, because of the wet, muddy conditions, the grim outlook for additional rain that's incoming shortly, you know, they want to look for side trails to go into town, to dry off, to get warm. That's their hike. I have a couple days of food on me. My camping gear is dry, the gear that I get into at night. And therefore, I'm choosing to hike. Speaking of hiking, I would like to use both poles. As you can see, the ground is getting rockier, rootier. The elevation is getting a little steeper. And I like to use the poles to assist in my hike. All right, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're all staying dry and warm. And I will tune in later. All right. So if I want to bag myself a 4,000 foot peak, Spalding Mountain, I just got to go up 110 feet over the course of 150 yards. Or I can go down the Appalachian Trail. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm not here to bag 4,000 foot peaks, although Spalding Mountain is listed as exactly 4,000 feet. I'm not here for that. Besides, I like to use my time to hike the Appalachian Trail and get to the campsite. And I'm intending to. Also the fact that I would like not to get to the campsite at dark, although I have a feeling that's going to be the case. And because I have a feeling that's going to be the case, I don't have the time, or I don't want to spend the time to bag a 4K peak. I'm here to hike the Appalachian Trail. I am pretty sure Masters went that blue blaze. He likes bagging 4K peaks. I'm pretty sure he did. And I'll find out sooner or later. I'm bound to bump into him. Anyhow, just want to let you know I am done with the most demanding ascent for the day. Now I got to deal with descending. Wasn't too bad of an ascent. Wasn't as steep or technical as I've had in the past, but still slow and steady, using both poles. I didn't slip, I didn't fall. And I got up, and now I'm over and heading down the other side of Spalding Mountain. There's a completion marker where they completed the Appalachian Trail 2 miles ahead. It's at mile 1,998. And of course, 2 miles after that, it's a 2,000 mile marker. We'll be seeing those very soon. So let me get to work, and hopefully in the next couple of clips, you'll see both of those. We made it. We're at mile 1,998 of the 2023 Appalachian Trail, which is where this is located. I find it interesting, the trail, Appalachian Trail, used to be 2,054 miles. If that was the case, I'd be 56 miles away from completing it. But that's not the case. I have just a little over 200 miles before I can complete the Appalachian Trail. How times have changed. All right, let's bag that 2,000 mile mark. I think this is the only view, if you want to call it, that I'm going to get today. This is also the spot where I was able to send out all the text messages stating I crossed the 2K mark while hiking. Joy. Okay, I only got less than 2 hours of daylight left, and I got some work to do to get to the campsite. So I'm gonna get going. See ya. Bye. That's about the most frugal bridge I have seen on the AT.